Be strong.
Welcome back, guys. Episode 4, the Big Phat podcast, powered by CrossFit Green, fueled by Sweat and Reset, and supported by Phat Nutrition, Phat Barbell, and Phat Gymnastics. Jeez, I forgot that one. Should have done more limited as well. Episode 4, guys. We have Coach Lauren on with us today. She's a coach here in CrossFit Green. She's been here with us for nearly 18 months now.
Yeah. I actually don't know. Last November.
November.
Or like November.
15 months. About 15 months.
Yeah.
Lovely. Couple of things we have to go through, guys. COVID is getting really bad at the moment because my hair is getting out of control. I'm having to wear a hat. I'm back to this stage. I don't want to end up looking like Bosco like I did halfway through last year.
It's so going that way.
The hat is coming back, or as Lauren mentioned, I'm channeling my inner Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, Fred Durst.
Fred Durst.
Yeah.
Lars, what we've asked every coach so far, Rich or Matt?
Oh, definitely Rich.
Rich only?
Yeah.
You pick Rich over Matt on the podcast?
I don't really like Matt at all. He kind of...
Don't say that. We want him on someday.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I mean, I love Matt. But no, Rich is far more interesting.
You're not mad, Matt. Right, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
So, Lauren, originally, you came from the IT background. You do all our IT stuff. You're in charge of all our pretty paintings, all our My Zone graphs and all that stuff.
I am, yeah. Your podcast intro as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I did come from an IT background. Some people know this, some people don't really know. I didn't just, leave school and get into fitness. Like Sonia did. I took like a completely arse way around. I left school. I thought I was going to be a guard, Al Roach.
I can imagine you being a guard.
Definitely. Everyone says like I could have been a guard, but
definitely.
So I left school and then I was working. I thought I'd be a guard. The only thing I liked in school was computers, and so that's what I applied on my CAO. Yeah. And so I did. I actually deferred that for a couple of years and then went into IT after that. Yeah, like I just wanted to
Did you get like a degree in it?
Yeah, so I have a degree in computer science.
Okay, where did you go?
Blanchardstown.
Blanche.
Yeah.
Was it 3 years or 4 years?
It's 4 years, yeah.
So how long, you deferred it for like 2 years, is it?
Yeah, I actually was going to go to Dundalk and then I decided I'd go to Blanche.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you deferred it for 2 years. Was it a 3 or a 4 year course then?
Then 4 years.
Then 4 years.
Yeah, are you adding up my age here, Fergal?
And then what, did you like finish that and then go straight into fitness, or what did you do?
Yeah, no, so actually I went into IT for 5 years then.
You worked in IT for 5 years then?
Yeah, and that's where I met Rob.
Man, you at least 50.
I'm definitely 50.
So you did IT for 5 years, and did you study then some fitness stuff, or did you just do a level 1 or something?
No, so I did my personal training course. And I did that on the side. I actually had to like fight to stay in the country long enough to actually get this course done. And that was kind of my goal was to leave IT. It wasn't like, I liked it, but I just don't like corporate BS. It's not my thing. So I did that, and then I went out on my own into PT. Before
How long were you studying for the PT stuff?
Oh, I think it was like did it part-time, so it was like 16 weeks or something part-time.
16 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Hammered out very quickly.
Yeah.
Well, it is loads of people I think do that. They hammer it out, and some people draw it out. Yeah,
I mean, I think they at one stage had like a weekly course, like you could do it like a week and then you were a PT.
Like I said, I did a weekend seminar. I'm fully qualified. Yeah,
no, I know. It's and like you don't learn half as much as you actually like when you're out on your own. Like
that's any job.
Yeah, it is totally. You learn on the job.
Experience really counts for a lot.
Yeah.
Did you go straight from there then to FlyFit, or did you start somewhere else, or how did you start? You were obviously just a PT first.
Yeah, I was just a PT, so that's where I met Richie over the road in Body Health and Fitness.
Oh, yes.
And then I was there for a couple of years doing my own thing, but I was struggling real bad. Like, it's so hard. I don't think people understand how hard it is to get business in the door.
Yeah.
So like I was doing grand with some PTs, but like it just wasn't enough to keep paying my rent, and I was going through my savings like
really
crazy
at the start.
The whole time. So it's like probably nearly about a year and a half doing it on my own, and I was like, I can't, I'm hemorrhaging money. So I went to FlyFit, and that's kind of like the best place that you can start, like either a FlyFit or a Bend Done, because you have access to all those people. So then I was flying along, and then you kind of reach that ceiling there that you can't make any more money. Like you have to work for them as well as your PT. So if you do 12 hours for them, then the rest is your kind of PT time. But after you've filled all the major slots, you're stuck then.
So it's hard to fill the middle of the day in there, is it?
Yeah, most people, like everyone here is like you're 6, 7, 8, and then like you're 6, 7, and 8 at night. So like that's your time. It's really, you very rarely get some lunchtime people.
Like, me and Sonia were talking about that. I don't know if you do. Do you take afternoon naps?
Oh, I've had to. Yeah. Like I was so against naps, but I'm totally for them now.
Oh man, I'm all about naps, man.
The 26-minute nap. So that's your optimal nap time.
When we went to the games in 2016, there was one of the lads had like a GoPro and he like video logged the whole thing. Yeah. But it was like every time we got into the car, once we got to like the outskirts or whatever city we were in, it was just the camera was just on me asleep in the car. Every single time we left Vegas, I was asleep just outside Vegas. Left San Fran, asleep. San Diego, asleep. LA, asleep. Every single time we went somewhere that just got into like some sort of a motorway or a highway or whatever, I was asleep.
I'm the exact same, but I blame my mother for putting me in the car when I was younger, because that was the only way she could get me to sleep, was put me in the car. So now, like, put me on any transport and I'm like,
I can't sleep at all now on transport.
Really?
I don't know, for some reason the car over there I could, but like I can't sleep on the plane or anything. I can never sleep. I don't, like, you definitely suffer from this, but I can't fit into the seats, man.
Oh yeah, like my legs, oh my god. And I get so angry with the person in front of me when they start putting the chair back, and you're like,
backwards and forwards.
Rob's like, please don't start a fight on the airplane. But I'm like,
wait till we're about to land.
No, honestly, I'm like digging my knees into the back of it. So do not sit in front of me on an airplane, because I will kill you.
Did you ever go up to like check in, and like the when you're checking in with bags and stuff, and the people checking in are like, we might give you the emergency exit seats?
Yeah,
get that treatment?
I would like when I used to fly so much for like when I was working in IT.
In corporate, is it?
In corporate, yeah. I would always go up to them and be like, can I get an exit seat? Like either at the desk, they generally say, try it at the gate. So then when you go to them at the gate, you go like, can you get an exit seat? Because otherwise, if you do it at the desk, you generally have to pay. But if you go up to them and there's a spare seat,
okay, they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, yeah. So that was my number one thing. Got on the plane straight away, I need an exit seat.
So you won't be digging into the person in front of you. Obviously I went off on a tangent there as well.
Yeah,
you were talking about how you were in FlyFit and then you came over here, I think, was it November 19?
Yeah.
That maths is right.
Yeah.
Do you prefer classes then or PTs?
They're so different. Like I love that one-on-one, because I really like you can dedicate so much time to someone, and they really get so much benefit out of getting that one-to-one, like if it's something they're really struggling on. So I love that, but then I love the energy of a class. Like I love the just everyone's having the crack, and and you get to talk around and mingle, and I just love
like the
that
environment and the atmosphere and all that stuff that comes with the coaching a class.
Yeah, and I mean personally as well, I've always loved doing classes. Like I did some online stuff. I've never actually done kind of one-on-one coaching.
You've never been PT'd?
No,
you're right.
No. But then and I just loved classes, so I think that's what lured me to CrossFit in the first place. Like I've always wanted to do classes, but places, like there's a kind of a ceiling in some places where like the movements kind of are the same, and you're kind of doing that same routine over and over again, and the weights don't get much heavier. And so then like I think that's naturally where I was like, I want to lift heavier, I want to do something different, and that's why I got into CrossFit.
Right, so follow-up question I asked Sonia, what's your why? Why do you train? Why do you want to help people?
Why do I train? I think like I definitely, so after college, I suppose I struggle with my weight. Like you know this, you've seen fat photos of me.
This is correct. They are quite funny, but
I have no eyes in them. I'm just.
She said she struggles with her weight now, but she's now probably the leanest coach. But anyway.
But so I think in the beginning I just got into exercise because it was a way of like slimming down. You know, that was like I just wanted to be slim the whole time. And then after college, I kind of start getting into lifting weights. And I realized, wow, this is so much fun. Like,
was it like powerlifting or was it like?
No, just like bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding,
you know,
okay,
like yeah,
curls for the girls.
Curls for the girls. So I got into that, and that kind of really like I've always struggled with like confidence and like self-esteem and all that. So once I got into weightlifting, I was like, wow, the strength and like the confidence that I got from lifting weights was like, you know, what really hooked me into it. And then like I just loved, like I was traveling so much with corporate. And every time I would be away for months at a time and I wouldn't be able to train and I was out of my routine and I just hated it. And I realized I love fitness, like I love exercising, I love this. So I just said, like, I need to be able to do this more. I can't, you know, like I can't sit at a desk all day, every day. I need, like, that 1 hour a day is not enough for me. I want to be on my feet. I want to be doing stuff. So that's kind of why I got into fitness. And like, around that time was like when my dad died, and I was like, you know, like life is too short to be stuck in a corporate. But it is like, I was just like, no, like if I'm gonna ever do it, like I'm gonna do it now. So that's when I took the leap. And then I just realized I actually really like kind of teaching people and sharing my knowledge. And that's, I suppose, where like I wanted to get into classes, but I kind of fell into PT a little bit before that.
So were you still in corporate when your dad passed, or was it you were in corporate, your dad passed, and then you transferred over to fitness?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So it was actually his birthday on Monday, so he would have been 58.
58.
Yeah. He died at 51, so so young. And
do you have any? It's just yourself, isn't it? You have no other siblings.
Yeah, it's just me. I'm just that only child, you know.
So
only child syndrome.
It's kind of a big landmark moment. So when he passed away, obviously you decided to make some real changes then.
Yeah, like totally. I mean, like I think always those sort of things, those moments in your life always bring around change.
100% agree with you on that.
Yeah, you'd understand as well.
Yeah. My dad passed away, I think. I think it was 11 years ago, last July, so 2019, which was 12 years. Yeah. No, 11 years. 11 years last July. We're 2021 now.
It flies as well.
It does, man. You don't notice it. Then things do move by really fast.
Really to bring down the mood here.
Yeah, I was just going to say we'll move on to maybe try and talk about something more positive. But 2020 was a pretty kind of shit year, COVID and all that. Do you have any highlight from 2020? Maybe something that actually went your way? Obviously, we weren't allowed to travel. We weren't allowed to go on holidays. We weren't allowed really socialise. Yeah. But do you have anything that was positive or?
Like, I really got screwed over 2020. So every time I wanted to do, like, I had a holiday planned or anything, like, it was my birthday, it was Rob's birthday, it was like, we were in lockdown. So I really didn't get to do a whole lot. But it was lovely. I like, a highlight for me is like, and I said it to Dave the other day, it was like just being able to have more of a personal life, like the fitness industry, and like when you're coaching and you're PTing, and it takes a lot, like you're doing such long hours, and it was just nice to be able to spend more time with Rob. And it was like our first year of being married and stuff like that. So
newlyweds getting through COVID together.
Yeah, we survived it. If we can survive lockdown together, we can survive anything. So yeah, no, just taking time out is a real highlight for me.
Yeah. You enjoy the little bit of time off.
Yeah, like I mean, we've been busy, but you know, just getting to go home and be able to cook my meals at night, like after.
Oh, not eating out of Tupperware.
Yeah, not eating out of Tupperware was a massive highlight.
I must admit, I do love that. Me and Kelly every evening I was sitting down having dinner. It's nice to eat fresh dinner instead of because it's very hard to I suppose eat fresh and clean if you're in and out of the gym.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
you
just
get
that,
that as well?
like sitting down and eating your dinner instead of like running around eating out of a Tupperware box.
I'm putting it in the microwave.
Yeah.
Any plans 2021? Obviously we're in lockdown at the moment. It's looking like it's probably going to drag on another small bit, even though the numbers are coming down.
Yeah.
But obviously hoping that they're saying, I think September by the time we'll have mass vaccination done.
Yeah. Is this even 2021? Because it just feels like a continuation of 2020. It's like
Did you see that?
2020 part 2.
Did you see that meme? Welcome. Today is the 74th of January. It's just dragging on.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, January is always one of those really long months
is.
anyway, but in COVID it's just like, it's crazy. So I don't really have any plans. I mean, I really wanted to get into doing like more, I don't know, adventure racing or like a triathlon or something.
Weren't you and Jane planning on doing one last October?
Well,
you?
Richie as well in this as well. He's in the mix.
But I remember you and Jane were talking about it a lot, but you were supposed to do it in October, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think Mary wanted to do
Mary
it as
was
well.
in as well.
Yeah. So I think if I can get out of lockdown, I'd like to do something like that.
They'll keep you just specifically locked down. Everyone else will be allowed out.
Yeah, no, I think so. Just keep me in lockdown.
Adventure racing.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, like I'm into kayaking, so I do a good bit of sea kayaking. And I like running. I don't do a whole lot, but I do like running, and I've gotten into cycling a lot, lately. So
did you play any sports when you were younger?
No, total fat kid.
Total fat kid.
Yeah.
Nothing active.
Yeah, nothing active.
And then you just got into bodybuilding.
Well, like I grew up in town, like on opposite the Dáil, there was no. I was in a flat. I couldn't. What was there was no out? No, not a flat. It was D2. You know.
D2.
Yeah. So I was never outside, and I dabbled in sports, like obviously basketball.
Yeah. Did you actually play basketball?
Yeah. And I suppose that was probably the most I played.
Well, you played the boards, did you?
Yeah. So I did basketball in both my kind of primary schools, but then in secondary school I just gave up completely.
Just became a teenager, was it?
Yeah. Just a fat kid.
Were you always really tall? Or were you one of these people that just had a growth spurt out of absolutely
no? I was always tall, and people, but also if you're tall and if you meet a child who's tall, just don't say anything. Like, don't highlight the fact that they're tall. So I had such a...
What, like tall friend?
Oh my God, people would be like, oh my God, she's so tall to my mother. And so I got a real complex about that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't want to be tall. Now I enjoy it, but not enjoy it, but I own it now. But before I just hated being tall. I was like, don't look at me. Don't stand out. That's why I wear all black. And
no one wants to be different, man.
No.
Because small people hate being small, tall people hate being tall.
Totally. Yeah.
My group of mates, I am I'm not a small guy.
No.
I'm 6 foot, just a little bit over it.
Yeah.
But I'm still on the shorter end of my.
Really?
Yeah. One of my mates got married in December 19, and they had we were at his house getting ready, whatever, before the wedding. I was one of the groomsmen, and we took a photo, and I look so small in it. So pretty much every photo for the rest of the day I had to stand up on my tippy toes.
What are they putting in the water in Ennis?
I don't know, man.
There's some growth hormone in there.
Everyone except one I think was from Ennis. Jane's pretty tall as well for a girl, and she's from
Ennis. Yeah, exactly. My dad was actually smaller than my mom, so he was 5'10". My mom is just over 6 foot. So
Rob's taller than you.
Yeah, just about. Just enough that I can wear a heel.
Yeah, so I was going to say you're taller.
Yeah, no, that was number one criteria. He must be taller.
Yeah. Well, look, Lars, that's it for today.
Thanks, Fergal.
What's our little outro?
Stay positive. Test negative.
Lovely. Stay positive, guys. Keep testing negative. Keep up with the Zooms, guys. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed. Go and give us a little clap there.
Be strong.